Well, that was a good thing too. So there was
become like the $100 bill now.
How's it going, Father?
It's going good. How about yourself?
Well.
All right, appreciate it. Thank you. Much appreciated.
I appreciate you.
You're welcome in.
Chocolate bonbon.
Kept going back to the Nexus, and then eventually guys just found a way to back
The
door.
idiot came back up and she was still just fucking with us.
Yeah.
Because none of us were having fun with it.
Scream, my dear.
Alright, yeah. So we just ran through the jungle while Mordecai was in the and pushed the wall. Yeah. And then we just ran through it and at the very last second while we were attacking the Nexus, Mordecai just running around. We finally get it when Mordecai was like mid-slam on him. And we go,
New comic book day. It's not a fat stack, but it's a stack nonetheless. And I like my stack because my stack is perfect, like me. Anyway, new comic book day, and we got some comic books that we're going to show off. I'm not going to hold you up. I'm going to get right into it like I always do. First off, we got Spawn, The Dark Ages. It's okay. It's not great. It's not bad. It's so lately with the Spawn thing, either we're getting like renditions of like older books or we're getting new stuff based off what I saw on Comic Geeks. Matter of fact, follow me on Comic Geeks, Super Heavy Sam. But this seems to be like a rendition of an older Spawn Dark Ages comic, and honestly, this doesn't even look like a typical like Spawn book. It's definitely different. There is a creature, but he doesn't have like the typical powers of a Spawn, and I think that's what's throwing me off. But I will continue to read and update you guys as I see fit. So there's that. Ultimates issue 21. I actually wanted to get the cover with just Luke Cage on it, and it's like black. He's on the cover, but I didn't see it. But sometimes they mix in the variants with the other stuff. But the Ultimates has been phenomenal. Just like, I ain't gonna say just like Ultimate Spider-Man, because I don't think any of the other Ultimate books are touching Ultimate Spider-Man. But this has been a good read. Very, very good. We're pretty much in the Maker's Lair, and we're just trying to figure out what's going on, how we're getting out, how we're going to save people. It's just coming into the conclusion of like Ultimate Endgame. So this is what's kind of going on outside of the Maker's world that like Iron Man and Spider-Man went into and stuff. So continuation. So we're going to continue on with that. We have Gunslinger issue 51. I really don't remember where I left off in. I can't tell you it's good though, but I can't remember where we left off. So once I start reading, it will reignite my memory, and I don't know what I'm looking at. But other than that, it's good. At least my opinion of good. But I won't remember what's going on. The Power Fantasy. So I actually found out something awesome about this book. On the back, there's all this text, right? And if you actually read past like the comic book details and stuff, there apparently is like from this much, like from here down, a whole like story of them telling you stuff. So like for example, this right here says the Power Fantasy knows that you just can't sit and reread the 16 issues in a loop until we return. Actually, the Power Fantasy has changed its mind. Definitely don't read Absolute Martian Manhunter. Read us again and again and again and again. Prove your love. After all, the Power Fantasy loves you. And like it says stuff in the beginning of that, talking about how they're going on a break and stuff until they come back. But that is freaking hilarious. And come to find out, that is on the back of each issue. And we never, like, I never knew, because when I would start to read all this, I would finish pretty much all the comic book details and then stop because it's like, that is a lot. But yeah. But other than that, Power Fantasy is amazing. Definitely worth the pickup if get a chance to pick up the trade paperback. It's definitely one of those books you really have to pay attention to. So if you do start reading it, like actually like pay attention to names, pay attention to powers, pay attention to who is who, what they do, what they can do, would do, should do, because like it gets deep. We have Green Lantern issue 32. I'm just going to make a disclaimer. For some reason, I don't remember where I left off in any of these books. Not off the top of my head. Now, once I start reading, I know. But as of now, I couldn't tell you where I left on this book. And that's okay, because as long as I can remember when I start reading, and, you know, nothing else matters at that point. So, there was a nice little chibi variant of this that I thought about getting, and I was like, nah, I'm not trying to break the bank with variants, because I did pick up one variant today. I don't regret it. Not one of those conversations, but, you know, I didn't want to just go variant crazy. And this is said variant right here. This is Justice League Unlimited issue 16. This is the Carol Ferris variant, Green Lantern. That's honestly why I picked it up. So I feel like I'm just going to start picking up Green Lantern variants for DC books that I come across, if there is a Green Lantern variant for it. So that's why I picked that up. And this is cover A for it. And once again, I do not remember. Oh, this is the Terrific 10. So this is Mr. Terrific. He is with, for some reason I was about to say Necron. It might be Necron. I really don't remember. And I'm trying to like read this and hopefully it just pops up, but it's not. But Mr. Terrific did come up to the, for some reason I want to say Necron, but it's not Necron. No, it's not. But I'll put a thing over here. So you might see a cut somewhere in this. But good read, an amazing read. It's part of the DCKO tie-in, but I was already reading this because I already know some of you are going to say, I thought you didn't get tie-ins. I don't. This was already part of a run I'm reading. Mind your business. And finally, new history of the DC Universe, the Dakota Incident. And this is supposed to tie in the world of Static into DC. At least that's what I've been told. I'll know for sure once I read it. Now, the goal for this is 100,000 copies. I have no doubt in my mind we can reach that. But like I said in my TikTok earlier, follow me on TikTok, Super Heavy Sam. Unless we actually read the book, discuss the book, talk about the book, criticize the book, nothing else really matters. It's just like buying shoes. You can buy all the Jordans you want, but does it really matter unless people see you wearing them? Selling 100,000 copies, to me, at least in my opinion, means nothing unless DC sees us talking about the book. Other than that, we just gave them money. And then they can just take the money and just be like, well, we're still not going to drop any Milestone stuff. But we hit the goal. Yeah. You bought it. You gave us money. Great. But when you buy it and you talk about it, they can be like, yo, they bought it. They gave us their money and they talking about it. We got to capitalize on this. But those were my pickups. Let me know what you guys got. Follow me on TikTok, Instagram, Comic Geeks, and YouTube, Super Heavy Sam.